10 of the best NBA centers of all time. Subscribe to the channel and comment down below saying I subscribe to enter this month's shoutout giveaway. Number 10. Clint Capella, Atlanta Hawks.
Center of the lane, Capella said absolutely not to Derek Favors.
The primary reason we have Clint Capella on this list is because of his potential. The 6'10" center is just 25, and while he did lose a bit of steam this season with the Houston Rockets, the arrival of Russell Westbrook was definitely a factor. Odds are, he is going to kill it with this new team. Capella is probably done for the season, but he should be ready to go once the 2020-2021 season kicks off. Last season, Capella averaged 16.6 points on 64.8% shooting, 12.7 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks for the Rockets. Number 9. Steven Adams, Oklahoma City Thunder. Steven Adams of the Oklahoma City Thunder is perhaps the most underrated player on this list.
Brooke to Adams, that's been a nice looking combination early.
Wow, that's 60% of Russ's assists. Comes on Adams. And quite a few for plays like this.
The 6'11" big man is one of the reasons behind the Thunder's improbable run this season. They are currently 5th in the West despite trading away their two best players in the offseason in Russell Westbrook and Paul George. While Adams' contributions go well beyond the box score, his numbers still aren't bad at all. 10.9 points on 59.1% shooting, 9.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 0.9 steals, and 1.1 blocks this season. Number 8. LaMarcus Aldridge, San Antonio Spurs. There's no doubt that LaMarcus Aldridge would have been much higher up on this list a year or two ago. However, turning 35 this year, father time is slowly creeping up on the 7-time All-Star. Aldridge's role shifted once he joined Greg Popovich's San Antonio Spurs, now becoming a legitimate 5. He was a power forward for nearly his entire career with the Portland Trail Blazers. Making no mistake about it though, the 5-time All-NBA team member can still bang with the best of them to this very day. Despite his advancing years, Aldridge still logs 33.1 minutes per contest for the Spurs this season, putting up 18.9 points, 7.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 0.7 steals, 1.6 blocks, and a career-best 1.2 triples per game on a 38.9% clip. Number 7. Nikola Vucevic, Orlando Magic.
Let's get another look here. It's a block by Vooch. Good defense.
It's as simple as this. The Orlando Magic would not be where they are today, including an improbable, albeit brief postseason run last term, had it not been for Nikola Vucevic. He has carried his team on his broad shoulders, and his efforts were rewarded by an All-Star call-up last season. It's been more of the same for the 29-year-old this campaign, averaging 19.5 points on 47% shooting, 11 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 0.9 steals, 0.9 blocks, and a career-high 1.5 triples per contest. Orlando is hanging around again in this season's playoffs picture, and they certainly have to thank Vucevic for this. Number 6. Kristaps Porzingis, Dallas Mavericks. Kristaps Porzingis has taken a backseat with the Dallas Mavericks as compared to his cornerstone superstar role with the New York Knicks a few years ago. He has to thank Luka Doncic for the demotion, but we're pretty sure Porzingis doesn't mind evolving into the Robin of Doncic's Batman. Nevertheless, he's still every bit of the unicorn he was with New York, and now fully recovered from his career-threatening ACL injury, the future is bright for the 24-year-old in Dallas. Number 5. Andre Drummond, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Great. Puts it on the deck. Get it out of here, says Andre Drummond.
He never saw Andre, but Andre saw him.
We don't know what the future holds for Andre Drummond beyond this season. As far as we know, he could have played his last game with the Cleveland Cavaliers, being that he has a player option in his current deal for the next season. One thing is certain though, Drummond still remains in the upper echelon of big men in the league today, and is arguably the best rebounder in the game right now. Number 4. Rudy Gobert. Utah Jazz big man Rudy Gobert is not exactly a fan favorite right now, following his irresponsible antics prior to testing positive for the coronavirus. All this noise aside, however, the reigning 2-time Defensive Player of the Year winner is without a doubt the best defensive center in the NBA today. Prior to the season being shut down, Gobert was averaging 15.1 points on 69.8% shooting, 39.7 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 0.8 steals, and 2 blocks per game. We wish Rudy all the best to his road to recovery. Number 3. Joel Embiid, Philadelphia 76ers. If it weren't for his injury history, Philadelphia 76ers superstar Joel Embiid would have probably been at the top of this list. His production has also dipped significantly this season, but he's still averaging 23.4 points on 47.4% from the field, 11.8 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 0.9 steals, 1.3 blocks, and 1.3 3-pointers per game. It did look like he was about to turn a corner prior to the shutdown though. Embiid still had to exercise his demons, but once he gets his mind in the right place, there's little doubt that he could become one of the all-time greats. Number 2, Karl-Anthony Towns, Minnesota Timberwolves.
So in key parts, he hit 2 threes in that game.
Karl-Anthony Towns knocks down his first three-point try tonight.
Karl-Anthony Towns has been quietly killing it for the Minnesota Timberwolves this season, putting up career best marks: 26.5 points, 4.4 assists, 0.9 steals, and 3.3 3-pointers on 41.2% shooting. It has unfortunately been another forgettable season for a Wolves side who continues to struggle despite having one of the best young players in the league today. They finally parted ways with Andrew Wiggins in February though, bringing in former All-Star point guard D'Angelo Russell, who also happens to be Towns' best friend. These two have shown glimpses of awesome during their brief time together on the court, and it's not hard to imagine how Towns is only going to get better in the coming years. Number 1, Nikola Jokic, Denver Nuggets. Among all the players on our list, only Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets has been in the MVP conversation over the past 2 years, and rightfully so. He has led the Nuggets to a second place finish in the ruthless Western Conference last term, and to prove that this was no fluke, Denver is yet again battling for a top 3 spot in the conference this season. Jokic is as skilled a big man we've ever seen, and surely he's the best playmaker on this list. The 25-year-old has been named an All-Star in back-to-back seasons now, and there's certainly more where that came from. Right now, he's averaging 20.2 points on 52.8% shooting, 10.2 rebounds, 6.9 assists, 1.2 steals, 0.7 blocks, and 1.1 triples per game, making him the easy pick for the top center in the NBA today. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.